I feel like we're in a really weird time of the year to see an abundance of horror games flowing out at the moment. We've seen Midnight Ghost Hunters, we've seen the new Ghostbusters game be announced. I did a video on a horror racer called Dead Lane, and now we've got another Phasmophobia-esque style game being talked about called Ghost Watchers. And while I haven't been in the Phasmophobia scene, I have been keeping my finger on the pulse of the clones that have been coming out of it, and I'm surprised we haven't seen more at this point. That being said, Ghost Watchers looks like it's taken the ideas of Phasmophobia and given them a whole load of polish, and is being published and developed by the studio Renderrise. And if you've not heard of them, you're not alone, but they are fairly experienced in the horror-verse. They've done a game called Sign of Silence, they've done another one called The Occult. Now, I will say as a preamble, their previous games haven't done all too well, but they are a small-time indie studio, and both the games did cost £5, and who knows, this one doesn't actually look too bad, so maybe it will be their turnaround point. Anyway, so this is everything that you need to know about the game so far. It is planned to come out in June 2022. It is both single player and has online co-op, and yes, it will be released as an early access title. Now, they have said that they are releasing this in early access because they want to give people the chance to report bugs and they can then polish the game so that people get their best experience. And they plan to only do early access for 3 months, so we'll just have to wait and see. Now, I had a look at the gameplay footage. I'm pretty sure it's scripted, but it is using their in-game engine. And I have to say, it did give me the heebie-jeebies, which is exactly what I would want from a horror game. They really managed to capture that element of silent, spooky, creaky old house. All the lighting was done just in the way that you just see just enough to know that something's there, but not quite what it is. And when the ghost did appear, they were pretty horrific. They were frightening, so that's got my thumbs up straight away. They also showcase some of the tools. There's like sensors, I guess there's temperature sensors, there's cameras and video cameras and all sorts that you can put down to capture your specific ghosts. In terms of how many ghosts there are, they're really going for it. I mean, they said that there's going to be 10 types of unique ghosts, which I found surprising because that's a lot of enemies to implement with different behaviors. They've also put in 20 types of different tools as well for collecting evidence and fighting the ghosts. Ghosts also come with an age and mood as well as a type. And also, you're not only studying the ghosts, but you have to capture them in this instance. So in terms of how many ghosts I've actually seen, I saw 2. There was one in the bathtub which looked absolutely horrifying, with like a big long woman with an undead face, and there was another one which had a similar sort of design but was floating through like various doors, and you get to see kind of the edge of them as they skirt past the corner of your eye or just at the top of a stairwell. I'm going to say it now, if they can recreate that, I will have a whale of a time playing this. And I think this has the potential to be a really good horror pickup around Halloween. I will say, visually it's not a next-gen game, but Phasmophobia wasn't either. And I think they've got enough of an engine to kind of create the mood that you need to, make people jump and just have a bit of fun. Anyway, I'm going to try and reach out to the developers on this one to see if we can get some more footage and just some additional details on the game, because I think a lot of people are quite interested in this. But until then, leave all your comments down below. What are your experiences with Phasmophobia? Do you feel the trend has gone? I'd love to hear what you think. And until then, I will be back soon with more news and reviews.